Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this, and welcome back to the Kerbal space program. So, following off from the previous episode, we need to have a look at utilizing some of the new features that we've got. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to do something relatively tedious, but we're going to do it for the purpose of gaining some quick science. So if we put Bob, I think will give us maximum science, into the hot seat, and we go for launch with our science materials bay. We should be able to now observe it at the biomes and get some science. I'm pretty sure we can't do any crew reports or anything. Nope, but we can recover the vessel, get some science, and all of our funds back. Not sure why that would increase my reputation, but we can do the same with our space hangar. Remember the button, that one. And our science. Apparently that didn't work. But again, we can crew it with our scientist on the off chance it gives us some more science. Different biomes mean different science. Another lovely 7 science. So we should be able to get quite a lot of science now by doing some slightly more advanced missions. So 100% return, not a problem. Okay. So if we load this one. So I've taken my previous ship that we went to 56k with, and I have replaced one of the giant fuel tanks with 3 science bays, so I can repeat the previous mission and gather some more science. This is also our chance to give Sidori his first actual mission. So is this going to be correct? I've got 3 goos ready for takeoff and landing. That should allow me to, with my addition of these legs, go through. So I've got these little rockets just because I can, because I had like 0.5 of a ton left. Then we've got separation. I don't want the parachutes to go off at the same time as the separation, that'd be bad. Separate those out. Lots of parachutes, so I've got 3 parachutes in the top parachutes, try and helpfully to control the descent. I am going to try and recover as much of this as possible, that's why I've kept it all together. Whether I'll be able to land it as intended, I don't know. Okay, so you won't have noticed, but I had to take a brief leave of absence in order to go and deal with something. So we have our pilot in place. Just want to make sure I had to exit the game. But we need to now go through the process of perhaps launching Sidori, and hopefully recovering Sidori back down to Earth. Actually, let's just quickly revert back to the center again. I think I'm going to do a splashdown. I think that's the safest bet. I want to try and land on land. I appreciate that, but actually, come here. I don't think that's going to be a worthwhile adventure. So how much weight have I got? How much weight do the science rooms take? I'll put another 9.4. How high are they? No, it's too high now. Okay. So we can take 3 sciences with us up to this attempted altitude. 3 goos as well. Okay. So we're going to deliberately target a splashdown somewhere. So all I want to do is repeat my previous mission without killing my pilot. That's what I'm trying to do here. So we'll throttle up in preparation to SAS. And we're away. So just as we take off, we should be able to observe the materials bay. That gives us 17 science. So the less resilient samples appear to have splattered around the interior, forming new and interesting colour combinations. Excellent. So keep that. So this is why we need to be able to recover this this ship, so that's why the sea is probably a better option as far as landing. But Sidroy is looking a bit nervous. Not sure why. Everything going swimmingly in the moment. Okay, so we've got the disconnect and we've got that. It's about to run out of fuel. Nope. There we go, that's that gone. We can take over our acceleration. So we want to wait for our atmospheres to change, realistically, so that we can run further samples. Pretty sure I'm not going to be able to run any crew reports because we've already been up here before, but let's go and throw it down in the ocean over here somewhere when we are done. So what's our current meters per second? So we'll slow it off of the acceleration ever so slightly. We'll try and maintain about 300 a minute, I guess. More than that. There we go. Because it'll get faster and faster and faster as we get higher and higher and higher. So we're in a different atmosphere now. So let's observe the materials bay number 2. At the 17.5 science. Apparently it's the same answer though, but fair enough. Should we do a mystery goo, see what that does? 0.5 science. Not fantastic, but it's still worth keeping hold of. Okay, so what's our current target altitude-wise? So apparently we're at the altitude that we're going to be at, and then obviously accelerating at the same speed. Oh no, not quite. So let's just again slow it down a little bit, because we're going to break into the darker atmosphere. Now, I can't remember what. I'm wondering if I lost the ability to repeat those tests from the crashed ship, which is why I'm not getting any extra science from the goo. That'd be interesting to find out. So what's my current target going to be? 54. So we can stop that then. Cut the engines. We'll just float nice and helpfully up to the top. Once we hit 50 odd. So they're at 50. So we'll slow it down and we'll try and get it. Do a crew report? Nope. Can we do a goo? No, not really worth it. We'll do our materials bay then at 55. 22.5 science. Wow. The rarefied air has caused interesting changes to gel samples. It seems to be something's happening with the interior structure. Excellent. So now that we've done that, we can have a look at trying to ensure a splashdown. So we will adjust it ever so slightly and just make sure that we go a bit further into the ocean, perhaps. That'll do. Okay. So we will then use the SAS to bring it back upright. I'd rather drop down, obviously slowly engine first. Got one goo left to do when I'm in the ocean, so we'll see what happens there. And we can accelerate time, I guess. Fast forward and see what happens. This to me doesn't look like I'm going to land very far in the ocean. No, I'm not. So let's use our existing fuel. Push ourselves a bit further out, perhaps. We'll deploy our parachutes, because it looks like we are going to enjoy the desired splashdown. And I'm going to burn off the fuel. I have a feeling that the fuel won't be a massive problem, but I'm not sure if I want the recovery or not. So we'll just run a quick go experiment and see if it's worth it, or revert it if it's not. Nope. So reset that back to 0. So the parachutes haven't opened yet, which is fine. The engine's running very low, but burning fuel. I don't want to go up. Just want to slow the descent a bit further. Assist the parachutes almost. I have a feeling I'm nowhere near far enough out to be in a different biome though, although I might be. Should we just check for a crew report? Yes, we've got a crew report. So we're flying over Kerbin's water apparently is a new crew report. Fan dabby dozy, which means we should be able to get some more science when we land. So we'll cut the actual engine. Otherwise it'll put me up as ever. So there's no point in doing mystery goo unless we're in the water. So we'll fast forward it down so it lands in the water. Sidori looks pretty happy. He's very happy apparently. Okay. So splashdown should occur very shortly. Oh no! It destroyed everything. All the science boxes have gone. Fuck's sake. That's not gone well. Bollocks. So recovering our science is apparently a massive pain in the arse. So I'm guessing I can't repeat those experiments now. And therefore I can't get any more science. Damn it! Kerbal Space Program! Why do you hate me so much? Well, I'm guessing I'm going to have to leave it at that then, aren't I? Because that's apocalyptically frustrating. Alright guys, well, I'll see you again soon, where we're looking perhaps next to go into orbit. Seeing if we can get out of the atmosphere and around Kerbin. I wanted to use the science that I was about to get. I threw about like 70, 80 science then, didn't I, by crashing into the ocean. So what am I going to have to do to get these material bays back? Apparently they're super flimsy. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.